This is a big question today, that why we need a life teacher. Life teacher is somebody who guides you continuously throughout your life. Because human being life go through the different issues and different situations. In each of the situation, we all look for guidance. I'll give you one example. When we are small kids, when we don't know how to talk, our mother teaches us the words. And the first word is actually we learn from our mother, and we call mother only. And that's how the learning starts. So, life teacher is there. It may not be separate from the family, it is inside the family, there is a teacher. The first teacher is mother. And then various other questions that arises, the father answers all of them. And above all these things, the human being who is born, he and animals are not different. They both are same. We all belong to mammal families. What is the issue here is, do we need a life teacher? If you compare yourself with a buffalo or a dog or a lion or a camel or a zebra or a bird, you will find their mind is only useful to them to the extent of taking food and protecting themselves. Beyond that, they don't go. But the same parrot, which doesn't normally go beyond that, taking food and protecting itself, but when he comes into the man's control, man teaches him to speak like human being. We call, that is why parrots are Ramachilka. We teach him Rama Rama, the parrot repeats back. Take a dog. When we bring a dog, a puppy, normally if you leave the dog in the company of dog, they will behave like what the normal behavior of the dog is. But when it has come to the home of a human being, the dog learns various activities. Number one, he shakes hand. We tell him to stand up, he stands up. We tell him to sit down, all the commands the humans give, he starts responding to it. And for our surprise, the dogs are super intelligent. They work in our secret services and they provide top class information which we normally don't understand at human level, because everybody says the dog has got an extra sense. It can find out things. So it is ultimately what is a teacher's role here is, the teacher, whether you call him life teacher, you call him a teacher, or you call him a guru, his job is to enlighten you, train your brain for the suitability of the situation that you will face in the future in your life. It is not something that he creates a situation and tells you a story. He is the one who, as the situation arises in your life, or anyone's life for that matter, he guides them. Each person will have his different issues. For example, somebody will be having a fear, don't know how to come out of fear. And if he goes and questions this to the life teacher, he will guide him. He will tell him how to handle fear. Because what is the nature of fear? He will teach. Then somebody's handwriting is not good. He goes and asks, tell me, teacher, how to improve my handwriting. Then he will tell him, you to take a XYZ ruled sheets, and this is the way you should practice every day. And you practice for about 3 months and your writing will improve. So here, the role of a life teacher is guiding you on issues. All issues are not same. For example, a person who wants to become doctor, he will not become doctor after taking birth, or maybe just because he has grown to 20 years age, he cannot become a doctor. There is a process, and in that process he goes through various guidelines given by his teachers. So also a chef who want to become a super chef and want to make a top restaurant in the city. He learns cooking. He learns different recipes. He learns from his mother, he learns from his fellow friendly chefs and all that, and ultimately gathers all that informations and settles down in his mind. Then he starts creating his own recipes. So creativity, when it has to come from a person, that beginning idea which you have in mind, it is sharpened by a life teacher. He is your guide. He debates with you. He tries to understand you. He tries to understand and bring the best out of you. Sometimes you are very depressed by your own performance, maybe your performance in the examination, or maybe performance in your career, or maybe your performance in your personal life. You do not know how to answer the questions that is raised by your family. Maybe your parents are raising some questions about your ability. Life teacher guides you in every situation because he has got one great quality in him. He is an experienced person. He has seen what life gives complications. He understands, and with his experience, do's and don'ts he very well understands. When he guides it from the perspective of your situation, he will correctly guide you. Because he doesn't look at everything as his situation. He has experience to guide you. That is why Shankaracharya was once sitting under a tree. A farmer was passing by and he stopped there and he asked him, "Oh dear saint, you look, the dress and all yours indicates that you are a learned scholar. I have a problem, and that problem I want you to help me out." He said, "Tell me, what is your problem, farmer? First you sit down." So he made him comfortably sit down there. And the farmer asked, "Everybody is telling me that I am a sinner because every day I kill insects in my field, reptiles, snakes, whatever, frogs. Sometimes we kill the bird." Like that they tell that all these things you are creating sin and you are a big sinner, and after death you will go to hell. Please throw light. O learned scholar, guide me. Then Shankaracharya asked him, "Okay, farmer, you tell me, I understood your question. Have you ever chased a frog and killed? Morning you came from your house to do farming work in your field. Did you ever come prepared to kill a frog?" Says, "No." "Did you ever come prepared to kill a snake?" Says, "No." "Did you ever come prepared to kill an insect?" "No." That means their death has come and they came near those instruments of farming. Your farming instruments, you have not directed towards them. You have directed towards plowing your field. But the frog came in contact with the instrument and died. So here your personal intention to kill anybody does not exist at all. Hence, you are a nishkama karmi. You are only doing your work but not having any intention to kill any insect or any reptile or any bird. In natural course they may die because their time of death has come. Their age has been accomplished in this planet. Their time is over. So how can you be a sinner when your intention is not to kill them? So forget it. So he told me, "Sir, what is about this hell and heaven? Is there anything exist like that?" Then Shankaracharya replies to this. He says, "Dear farmer, I have not met anybody who has gone to hell or heaven, returned back and told me the description of how hell and heaven is. So my knowledge about it is as limited as yours. But yes, I know something else. I know there is a Sat Chit Anandam. There is a bliss in the life. When you concentrate in the name of the God, maybe in my case, I do Om Namah Shivaya. You can choose your own deity of yours liking, and you chant the name, and you will one day find in your regular meditation and chanting that you get a lot of happiness. That is called bliss. I know that bliss is attainable, but I am not worried about, and I don't even know properly what is hell and what is heaven. So a life teacher's basic role is very different. A student comes and asks that, look, I am good at physics, hence I wanted to take up this particular direction, and I want to study this. He guides him. He tells him, yes, if you are good at physics, you please go in that direction. He says, no, my parents are telling me to take medical science and go towards becoming a doctor. I am not liking it. So there the life teacher role comes. He advises the parents also, don't force the child. If you force him, he will neither become a doctor or neither he will become a good scientist. In between, what will happen is, chances are if you force him to do doctorate, he will end up in becoming a compounder. So you lose a good scientist and you get a bad medical practitioner. And he's a risk when he is not interested in the doctorate. Just because you are paying a huge fees, just imagine a doctor who is not interested in his profession, just hook or crook he has studied and somehow managed to get passed through and come out and start his practicing, how much risk the patient's life will be. Similarly, in engineering profession, if the boy is not interested in to learn engineering and he wanted to go into scientific field, or he wanted to go into psychology, or he wanted to go into history, he wanted to go in literature, you allow him to do it. Because every profession has a demand. That is what life teacher will guide you. Life teacher will be impartial. Life teacher will not force upon anybody anything. Instead, he will try to understand them and guide them. People do not understand this. Parents have their own ideas. So they will say, I could not become a doctor, you must become a doctor. Please don't do it. If you do such kind of things, you are taking not only spoiling and putting the life of many people in risk. Life teacher can give society a good direction. They can throw light on various aspects of life. They can listen to the people and then advise them and unearth the talent hidden in them and tell them that this is your unique quality. You are a very, very good singer. You are a very, very good instrument player. You are a very good person in athlete. You are a very good person in science. These are the area you have to put your interest, because you like it also and the talent is also there in you. The potential of an individual is unearthed by a life teacher. People say, what is the role of a guru? Life teacher and guru. I have a very different opinion here. Guru is not the one who is depending on the society. It is vice versa. It is the guru who guides the society. People think that if you have to go to guru, you must carry loads of gifts and dakshinas and go and meet him. It's not correct. You might have met a wrong man in your life. You might have met a good man in also life. The wrong is there to prove that what is good, and good is there to tell you what is wrong. The life teacher's job is to make you aware of both. He will only let you know what is right. He will never let you know, who is right, who is not right. He will not take sides with anybody. He will be in the issue and he will try to guide you on the issue. That is why there is a great saying by Shankaracharya. He says in one of the slokas that if your heart is seeking for something quality and something that you wanted to learn, automatically the life teacher will walk you in your life. He says in a sloka like this, Aneka janma sampraptaha karma bandha vidahine atma jnana pradhanena tasmai sri guruve namah. The guru will walk into your life and guide you. Because when you seek something in your heart, please understand this, the Atma and the Paramatma both are in your heart. And Paramatma delivers you through another form. He need not be Rama and Krishna always coming and guiding you. He can be a life teacher. He can be through your mother. He can be through your senior guide. He can be through your superior in your office. The conceptualization here is you are guided. Life is giving you teaching. The format can be anything. But there are life teachers who have dedicated their life in the passion of only teaching. They personally don't crave for anything except that the whole society should be good and excellent. People should be happy and prosperous. So this is the point in which the life teacher is. Your question is very right when you people have sent me this question that do we require a life teacher? I do think that in this especially modern world you require a life teacher. You know why? There is families are missing understanding. There is no good understanding between husband and wife. That misunderstanding is causing pain to the family. Because children find their parents fighting. All these complicated things, they must understand that where the life teacher can guide. He is an impartial personality. He doesn't take side. Neither he will boast of that he has done this and he has done for that. Because he understands this life is perishable. Everything in this world is temporary. He knows the difference between real and unreal, truth and false. His very conceptualization is understanding the best and delivering the best. He teaches you satisfaction of life. He teaches you how to be happy in your limited resources. He doesn't tell you to be negative. He tells you not to compare your life with anybody because you are not out to be compared with that person. You are different, he is different. A pilot cannot compare himself with a farmer. A farmer need not compare himself with a scientist. A scientist need not compare himself with a spiritualist. They are all different. They all came to this world to do different assignments. And each one of them delivering their assignment makes a beautiful society. That is why in our Sanatan Dharmic, this ancient India, there is one good proverb that good comes from wherever you take it. You need not say the good is coming from one person who is staying in Bangalore. I will not take it. I will take it from the person who is in Mysore. This is your foolishness. Good is coming from Bangalore or Mysore or from Bellary or from Mangalore. It doesn't make any difference. Good is coming or not. The delivery of good is very important. So gathering of such quality things and delivering it is very, very important. At no given point, we should misunderstand the life teacher. Because life teacher is not here to take anything from you. My only advice to everybody will be teaching and learning is an endless subject that will never come to an end. And anyone having a foolishness in thinking that teaching and learning will end is just a fool. Whatever be your age, whatever be your capacity, and whoever you are, you have to keep learning. Because everyday life will not be same. We have seen that happen in this COVID-19. Whole year is literally gone. People would have made in 2019 big plans. Nothing has been implemented. Why? Because they cannot implement. We are all going through a struggle which is connected to every individual in the world. It is no more an individual affair. It is everybody's affair. So today morning, while understanding something, I had an online program. So I was just looking at the subject which I have to tell them. So there suddenly I took my pen and came to my mind, I wrote a small Hindi poem. It is purely written by me. There may not be a great expert I am not a great expert writer, but however, I tried something here, and that I will just share with all of you. Hope you will like it. What is a life teacher's intention? In this poem I have written, the intention of the life teacher is his disciples, the people who take guidance from him, should be more prosperous, more popular, and more greater than him. The life teacher never wanted people to be less than him. He always wanted them to be far superior than himself. So the poem goes like this. शिष्य मेरे सबसे गुणवान बने, शिष्य मेरे सबसे गुणवान बने, उनके ज्ञान का सब गुणगान करें। शिष्य मेरे सबसे गुणवान बने, उनके ज्ञान का सब गुणगान करें। शिष्य मेरे सारे संसार में नाम करें, शिष्य मेरे सारे संसार में नाम करें। ख्याति उनकी देखकर, ख्याति उनकी देखकर हर कोई पूछे, ख्याति उनकी देखकर हर कोई पूछे, तू शिष्य है किस गुरु का, तू शिष्य है किस गुरु का। आओ चले उस गुरु के पास, आओ चले उस गुरु के पास, मिलकर हम सब उनका भरी सभा में सम्मान करें, मिलकर हम सब उनका भरी सभा में सम्मान करें। आओ चले उस गुरु के पास। गुरु की एक ही अरमान है कि शिष्य मेरा सबसे गुणवान है।